I'm going to make my bow out of this pink. I'm just going to forewarn you now, this is probably going to be like a long video, longer than any of mine have ever been. I try to keep them like 5 minutes or less because people lose interest after like 3 minutes, but because this is a tutorial, it's going to take a little bit longer. So I'm using this pink fabric. So the first thing you want to do is you want to cut it. Like I could actually make a bow out of this, it would be a good size and it's like the right shape, but that would be an obnoxiously big bow. So I'm going to cut it. Probably a little bit, it's a little bit in half. This is what I love about this. It doesn't have to be like perfect. You don't have to have perfect edges and stuff. Like it's fine because you'll see why. So this is our fabric. We're going to fold the top down a little bit. And what I like to do is I like to smooth the edges when I do this. I use like a nail polish bottle and it's like perfect. But so see my nail polish bottle to smooth down the fabric. Just really quick. This was not in the instructions. This is a tip I picked up on my own. But I feel like it's easier to work with when you do that. And now you're going to want to fold down the top. Fold down the bottom just like you did the top. It does not have to match up. You actually, like I'm going to fix this one. I fold that one down a little bit too much. But you just want this to be folded a little. Basically to give you that straight top. It does not have to the ends don't have to match. In fact, that's not what you want. You don't want that. So it should look something along the lines of this. So this is how, great. I can't hold it up that way, but so it should look like this, except, I mean, keep in mind you're working with it like it should be like this, not like that as you work. Now take the two sides and fold them in to meet up in the middle. I'll show you I'm doing it right now and I'll show you in a second. That's gonna look. Da-da-da-da-da. Try to keep, you want it to be even, you want to try to get it even on both sides, even if you have to overwrap a little, just, you want it to be even, and so your bow, like the evener it is, the better your bow's gonna look. So now it should look like this, from both sides. Okay, now you're gonna cinch it, and you're gonna cinch the top to the bottom to make a bow shape. So it should look something like this. Okay, now you're gonna sew it. I'm gonna pause the video and I'm gonna sew this real quick so you guys don't actually have to watch me sew. So, 1 second. Oh, and here, a tip for sewing. What I like to do, I put a bobby pin on this, and I feel like that makes it a little bit easier to do the sewing. So, we're gonna pop. I'll come back to you when I'm done. Okay, so now you have your bow sewed in the middle. The sewing doesn't have to be exactly perfect, and it doesn't even have to be the same color to go with the bow. I was going to use this pale pink that would have matched it, but there was a gray thread already on the needle that was attached to this. I'm like, I'm not rethreading because I hate threading. So you can see I used gray, but it's not going to be a big deal, and you'll see why with this next step. You're going to take a smaller piece of fabric, and that's what's going to go in the middle. So you have like, here, this is a better one to show. So if you see in the middle, I have this thing. This is such a bow tie. Bow ties are cool. But, so we're going to make this right now. You can do this 2 ways. The instructions I use, okay, well first I'll do it the way I started doing it because it's easier to understand. But basically, like maybe fold it in half. Like, depending on the way you cut yours, you won't have to. But just put it on here. Basically, you just put it on here. Which, oh my god, so easy, right? And see, there's your bow. And basically, in the back, like pinch it, sew it up, and then cut off the extra. Which, actually, because of the way this looks, that's the one I'm going to do for this. Or you can, the way the instructions, which, by the way, I'm going to put a link to the instructions I use to teach myself how to make bows below. But the instructions, you do a trifold. So fold top, bottom down. Then you take it and you make a loop like so. And then you're going to sew the loop. So you have a loop. You're going to sew it up. Oh, I thought about down a loop. Anyway, so once you have your loop sewn, you're going to take your bow and you're going to slide it through. So you want to make a loop that's tight enough to go on the bow, but also loose enough where you can slip this in, which you'd be surprised how easy it is to slip the bows in. You can do it pretty tight and still slip it in, but I feel like my way is a lot easier to do, and that way you don't have to worry about that way. My way is more exact. So you guys do that right now. I'm going to do mine, and I'll come back to you when I'm done. So you're done with your bow. Technically, after doing this part, this is it. You just made a bow. You should be really proud of yourself. I feel like mine turned out really cute. I just have no idea what I wear it with. I guess I could wear it with, like, a black outfit or white outfit or black and white and, like, to add a splash of color. I'm kind of curious to see how bows would look if I, like, added it to a shirt or something. I don't know why I did it like I would do it to this. Just put it on my shirt, bow tie. But I feel like I could incorporate that like at the waist maybe. But what I've been doing with mine are I make the bows and then I turn them into hair bow. And so the way I do that is I've been using these clips. I wanted to get silver because I was like that would look the best with all the colors. The only packet that they had at the stores that were like one color, like the Target and Walgreens, were black. Normally they have silver. The world's conspiring against me. So just one of these regular clips. I forget what they're called, but you know what they are. You're going to need a hot glue gun. This is so simple. It's going to blow your mind. Anyway. So, you take your hot glue gun. Make sure it's warmed up. Mine's actually not warm enough. For tomorrow's video, tomorrow I'm going to experiment a little with putting hair bows on headbands. So that's what tomorrow, I'm really liking the DIY thing, and I make so much shit. I think I'm going to start doing DIY videos. So tomorrow I'm going to show how to, once I get the hang of it, which I will because I'm like amazing like that, but I'm going to show how to put the hair bows on a headband so it's not just a hair clip. So a little variety to what to do with your bows. Oh God, why didn't I wait? Okay, it's warm enough. So you just take a little of the hot glue, like this. Have to be fast with this because it's hot glue gun. So see, a little bit on top. You take it, try to put it on where you sewed, so that's why it doesn't really matter what color fabric you use. You can put it either this way. I'm gonna have to put more glue on because it wasn't warm enough. You can either put the hair clip on here this way. Sorry, you can't see that. This way or that way. It's really personal preference. When I was making bows yesterday, I did it both ways. You can put it in your hair. Oh, you'll be able to put it in your hair either way. I think it's a little bit easier if you do it this way on the bow to put them in. But like the one I'm wearing right now, I put it in this way. Since it's black and my hair is black, it blends in really well. So also keep that in mind. So while it looks nice on my hair putting it in here, because you can't really tell, my hair's black. So just put that hot glue on. So actually I would recommend putting it this way on the bow, but you can do it either way. So this is the way I would recommend doing it, but you can do it the other way if you want. This is proof that, anyways, this is proof that it's going to work. And you just squeeze it a little bit and you're done. If you want, I haven't done this on any of my bows. I might go back and do this. But you can take the same fabric, and just like sew over this top part. You don't really want to go past here, where those little lines start, because that's where so don't go past like right here. Just this top part where you put the hot glue. Because that's where your hair goes, obviously. And you want to still be able to open and close it fine. So, you just made a hair bow. Bye, everybody.